Fun fact, paternity tests, which are used to confirm a man is the biological father of his child, are illegal in France. And if a father is caught using a paternity test in France or in any other country, he could face up to a year in jail and a $16,000 fine.
We serious?
Seriously? Yeah.
Like, this real?
Yep.
This ain't fake news?
Nope.
Bruh.
Okay, let me see where he's going.
In 1994, France banned DNA testing because it had the potential to break up too many families. Even today, at-home DNA tests like 23andMe are banned in France. Because in France, 5 out of 10 men and 4 out of 10 women admit to cheating on their partner. And culturally, the attitude towards cheating is quite relaxed. So the government worried that allowing DNA tests to be conducted freely would unnecessarily tear apart too many families, saying the law
Y'all see how France getting down now, right? I know y'all know about the Olympic opening ceremony. Y'all see how France getting down? Yep. Hard rock, headless woman in the window. Yeah, that's how they get down.
So
Yeah.
we're not going to talk about or do nothing as far as the whole cheating. We're not going to try to correct the behavior.
Nope.
We're going to ban DNA tests.
Yes.
How, Sway?
How, Sway?
How does that make sense? In what world does that make sense?
I be doing this on purpose, y'all. I do.
No, seriously. Let me see what he's saying.
saying the law preserves the peace of families. And the only way to get a legal paternity test in France is if it's ordered by a judge.
How is that preserving the peace of families?
You seem upset.
So you're going to have a whole bunch of kids growing up thinking that their parents are the people that they grew up with, and then come to find out later on in life that that wasn't really their mom or their daddy.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's not going to have no kind of effect on them
Nope.
as an adult. It's not going to stop them from basically having the same thing possibly repeat, because that's like behavior that's accepted. It's okay to do that.
You know what I've been finding very interesting, right? We've been finding out a lot about France lately. France has been in the news. Y'all know the Olympic opening ceremony. They had butt naked. Well, technically it was butt. 'Cause it was butt naked. But they were mostly unclothed men. Some were dressed as women. Some were dressed as men, but painted blue.
Yes.
Some were dressed
There's a lot
as
going
men doing the S&M situation with the... Alright, so I'm gonna go Hodge twins on this. Y'all get ready for the bleep. They was basically had a dude standing up there less than 5 feet from a little kid that was about waist high with his hanging out.
Bruh.
Shout out to the Hodge twins on that one. Just swinging. He was up there dancing.
Bruh.
Wow. You know, just imagine. What was it? Is it a prime minister in France? Is it a president? I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
It's enough work keeping up with the U.S. I don't know what they have. But one of the head people in France was like, this is France. And then we read this. So I looked it up. Because I'm going to fact check my mans, right? And you know, I Google search, so this is not an in-depth thing. And the AI from Google was like, France has banned private DNA paternity testing, but court-ordered paternity tests are permitted. The French government's reasoning for upholding the ban include preserving family peace and the idea that society determines fatherhood, not biology. Private DNA testing is punishable by up to a year in prison and a £15,000 fine, which does translate into like the $16,000, even if the testing is done through laboratories in other countries. So they're saying the society determines fatherhood, not DNA. Now, here's the one issue that I have with that. Well, it's two issues. Number one, for some reason, considering what we saw there, and this went all the way back to 1994. Despite all of this, France is considered a Christian country.
They are.
I know that they have Christian roots, but they're considered a Christian country?
What?
Say what? You can't just be in the club because you want to be in the club. You gotta make an admission fee. An admission fee to being in the club is giving up your will for the will of Jesus. Loving Jesus, you know what I'm saying? Accepting the sacrifice that he made on the cross, repenting of your sin, and trying your best not to sin no more. There are requirements to this thing.
He ain't lying.
You don't just walk in there, be whenever you want to. If you a man, you know you ain't getting in no club free. The ladies, they can, at least up until 11 o'clock. But the rest of us, we got to pay. We got to stand online. If you somebody and you a man and you got a lot of money, you can get in free because you're going to bring in more ladies, which going to bring in more men. It's a whole thing you got to do. If it's an exclusive club, everybody got to pay unless you a superstar. And I'm saying the only superstar in heaven is Jesus, God, and the Holy Spirit. All of us got to pay something. That's all we got to pay. You don't just get in for free. They got people over here talking about this a Christian country. That ain't no Christian country.
That doesn't make sense.
It's not. You know what? They just have a different way of looking at stuff. And now I'm going to my second point. All of the stuff that they're saying, society determines it. When you get into your 40s and you need to know what your medical history is, who your daddy is matters.
Yep.
Biologically.
Who your daddy is matters. Say it again.
Biologically.
Thank you.
You need to know what's in your family history.
If
they're prone to certain things, diseases, whatever.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now,
those things.
Life change once you pass that 40. Y'all can be out here bucket wild from 25 to 40 as long as you survive it. Some of y'all don't survive it because y'all be wilding a little bit too much, and then some of us just have tragedies happen. I understand. But once you hit 40, if you live, once you hit 45, that family history is going to become very important. You're going to be sitting up there wondering why your toe falling off. Runs in your family. None of the men in your side of the family got pinky toes. You sit up there thinking,
I'm down to this thing, you know, whatever. I'm going out. My toes is falling off one at a time.
but it's just one toe. Every man in your family. But since you don't know who your daddy is, you don't know where all the 9-toed men are in France.
Wow.
Bruh, really?
I'm just saying. Y'all get what I'm saying. I know that's not a real thing. Y'all know what I'm saying.
Yep.
It matters. My brother was technically my half brother. I never saw him like that. He never saw me like that. We were brothers. But my father became his father. And he talked to me about it. He was like, bump that. My real dad is not here. That's my dad. The stepdad. That's my dad. I don't think nothing about this other dude. But that's my dad. So I get it. But when it comes down to the things that my brother was going through because he passed because of a lot of health complications and some bad decisions, that matters. You need to know your history. So I think both of them play a part. Any man who steps up and decides to be a stepdad and you decide to be a man in this family and to fulfill that role and it's not your biological children, unlike other people in the space, I'm good with it. Because I think some men have to stand up and be mentors. Now, I'm not telling you to be a step baby daddy.
Nope.
That's not what I'm saying. But if you want to, I'm not one of the people like, you a sucker. I'm not that guy. If you do that and you could walk in and fulfill that role, especially if you have children of your own from a separate situation and you're able to make it work with this woman, I've seen it work too well to just be completely against it.
It wouldn't make sense to be against it.
I've seen people who are against
No,
it, but and strongly against it. But I would tell nobody to do it. You know, when I was looking for a wife, I wasn't trying to do it. I wanted a wife who had no children because I had no children.
No, I mean, I get it. I'm just saying, like, for the men who do that, who step up and, you know, and do that, and they are a stepfather to kids who are not biologically theirs.
Right.
You know, that is very commendable because it's not something that all men can do. And I agree with you. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I have nothing wrong with that either. However, this right here, what they talking about, banning the fact that you can't find out, hey, is this really my child? For you to actually go as far as to set up a law to where you can get jail time or you have to pay this ridiculous fee because you want to find out whether or not a child is really yours or not, that's crazy.
That is a lot. This is a cold, cold world, y'all. Look, I'm not going to France. I'll visit, but we not moving there. They're a little wild over there. But it's all good. Whatever you believe, you get to reap the consequences of your belief, and all the consequences are not positive, and sometimes you gotta take an L in some things. So this whole episode, the mic was backwards. So this will be really interesting to see how the audio turned out. All right, cool. Cool thing, guys. I need you guys to do me a favor. I need you to hit all the buttons. I need you to hit that like button. I need you to hit that subscribe button. I need you to hit that notification button. Then I need you to go into your settings and turn the notifications for YouTube back on because they turned it off in the last update. I don't know why. I need you to hit all the buttons.
Peace.
Hey everybody, down in the description there are 2 links.
One is to a GoFundMe, and the other one is to a video that explains what the GoFundMe is for. Long story short, we have a medical situation with our daughter that we have to pay for everything out of pocket, and we can really use you guys' help. If you have the time, we'd love for you to go check it out. If you have the money, the funds, we'd love for you guys to help. If not, maybe you could send a link to somebody else who can help. We thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Peace.
Press the out button.